So we're going to do something I think we've done before, but we're just going to give it another go because it's a really good tip. We're going to talk about the benefits of shooting low down, especially when you're shooting waterfowl. The water level is quite high this morning, so it gives us the added advantage that we can get right down low to the water just by sitting on the bank. I've got a new secret weapon. I've got a nice mat which is going to keep me nice and dry. So we can put the mat on the floor. It's a bit muddy and wet around here, so we can put the mat on the floor and we can keep nice and dry. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And by getting low down, what that allows us to do is isolate the birds on the water. It will blur out the background, blur out the foreground, and you're just going to focus on the actual bird. And that's what we're really trying to do. And you do get some cracking images by doing that. The water at the moment is nice and still. It might get a little bit windier later, so it might get a few ripples on the water. But while it's nice and still, we'll see if we can get some decent shots, and then just carry on and see how it comes out. And that's what today's going to be all about. So let's settle down and see if we can get low down with the waterfowl. So it's not really to do with the low down video, but I'm sitting here low down waiting for something to happen on this little pond here, and there's a kingfisher just dropped into the tree the other side of the pond. So it's quite a distance away, but we'll see if we can get a couple of shots of the kingfisher. He is a bit far over the other side though, but that's great to see. It's the first one I've seen this year, so well, first one I've seen actually stationary somewhere where I could actually sort of get a shot. The rest of them have just been flying by at speed that just had no chance really. But yeah, it's good to see. Doesn't help our low down video, but we've got a swan that's around, so hopefully he's just beyond the tree at the moment. Hopefully if the swan comes out from the tree we can get a few images of the swan as it comes through. And we've also got over there a coot and a moorhen as well, so hopefully, well, I'm hoping if I just sit here long enough, they'll all come close to me, and that's going to give me the better image because it's going to put the background further away. I'm going to be low down, and we're going to get that nice blurred background, blurred foreground, and really isolate the birds. So yeah, that's the plan. Does the plan ever work? Occasionally. So we're here now, we're about, I don't know, 12, 18 inches off the top of the water level. Still not really low enough. Ideally we want to get lower, but to get lower I'm going to have to paddle to do that, and I'm not doing that this morning. But yeah, we're fairly low down. Just you really want to be right on the water level to get those absolutely cracking images. We got some images of swans, we got some video of swans and the coots that have been coming around, and the coots came quite close as well, which is quite nice. But say, we are, tripod's actually flat. We've got it right down as low as it can go. If I want to get lower, I might even have to take it off the tripod and actually just, almost put it on the ground really, if I really want to get some decent shots. The only problem is we'll be a bit obstructed by some of the reeds in front of us then. So it is a bit of a balancing act, how low can you get but still get some clean images. So we'll carry on and just see what happens really. I think we've got some nice shots in the bag so far, so yeah, see if we can get a few more. We've now got a great crested grebe that's just come onto the pond. I'm trying to do a separate video on great crested grebes and doing their mating dance as the spring comes in, and so I've been trying to capture that as well, but we've just got one grebe on here. If two came on here and we could capture that video as well, that would be absolutely amazing, but there's only one here at the moment, so just going to get some shots of some images. It's fishing. I haven't seen it catch a fish yet, but it's doing a bit of fishing. And again, coming in quite close to me, which is quite nice, and we are getting that nice isolated shot, so I think we're getting some good images from that by the looks of it. Always, we never know till we get them back on the computer and have a proper look at them. We can see them on the back of the camera, but it's never fantastic. So, but yeah, pretty good, I think. So I think the last time I tried to do this sort of low down type of videoing and do a YouTube on it, I think I probably had the 7D Mark II at the time. One of the advantages I've got now with the R5 is that it's got a flip screen. So whereas before I had to basically just lie down with the camera to get right down on the floor, unless I got a separate screen, which I hadn't got. But with the R5, I'm able to rotate the screen so I can actually sit above the camera, and of course with the animal eye tracking as well, I don't have to be, I don't have to be really concentrating on the focus. I can actually just let the camera do the work. Absolutely brilliant. So I can see what's going on the screen and I can see where we are. I've got a couple of ducks actually thought about coming in. I think they probably saw me sitting here, so went the other way. But yeah, so that's one of the big advantages I've got with the R5 now, is that screen where I can actually flip it to see what's going on out there. Well, hopefully that's give you a bit of an insight into why we try and get low down to get some of the shots. And again, it's not just water birds and things, you know, getting eye level with your subject is one of the really important things in wildlife photography. It doesn't matter whether it's a fox, a deer, some water birds, whatever it is, getting down to that eye level is really going to engage you with the subject, you know, and that's when and especially if they look at you, I mean, then you can really get some good engagement, and that's what starts to make the photo. So we've not had anything fantastic, you know, we've had the coots, we've had the moorhens, the great crested grebes. They are one of my favourite birds, so I never get bored of shooting those. They're absolutely superb creatures, beautiful birds. We only had the one on here, so it would have been nice to have the two, but we only had the one. But yeah, get low down, get, you know, as low as you get. I mean, you know, I've seen people with their cameras almost in the water. Trond Westby, if you follow Trond Westby, you watch him when he shoots water birds, the end of his lens is in the water, you know, and he gets some amazing shots. So if you like the video, please, you know, do click a like for me, and you know, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, you know, and you never know what's going to turn up when you're out and about. And if you've got any questions about, you know, shooting down low, then just drop them in the comments below as well, and I'll see if I can answer them. I'll try and answer all the comments as I go along. And on that note, time for me to go. The only problem I'm going to have is getting back up again. I'm not going to film it because it's not going to be a pretty sight, but that's one of the problems with getting down low, is for me at my age, getting back up again. So whatever you're doing, have a great day, and I'll catch up with you again soon, hopefully after I've got back up.